Drive your old car, support your local bands, and watch John Yao Media.
All right, I got a 56 Mercury Montclair. I love the hot rod series, the 50s. I wanted a traditional hot rod. That's what I wanted. That was my dream. And I think I've captured it here. It's mostly traditional. The colors, we never thought them colors, my wife and I, never would have thought that these colors would have went together. And they do. So that's what we went with. And me and the wife drive it everywhere. Out to eat. Her parents live about 2 hours north of here. We take it up there up north. So we have a lot of fun with it. And everybody loves this car. One interesting fact is the name on the back, Mistress, my wife came up with, because she said, that car is your bleeping mistress because I spend so much time with it. My name that I wanted, I'm going to make this quick, Latin for Mercury is Mercurius, and I wanted to name it Mercurius Position and have a girl, pin-up girl. She's like, no one's going to get it. I'm like, yes, they would. So
that's a good name. I like that.
I thought it was very clever, but she thought nobody would get it.
I think there'd be people asking you about that name, and then you can describe it.
Yeah. So we settled on Mistress. So it gets a lot of looks. Everybody's like, Mistress. Was the car stress you out or what? I'm like, say it real fast. Then they say Mistress. Oh, then they get it.
That's pretty cool.
So
I like this paint.
Yes. It's still a work in progress. It's not the original engine. It's a 400 Cleveland, and it's tired. It smokes a little, but that's another project for another day.
How does it drive?
Drives like a 56. Just floats down the road. And
how far did you drive today to get here?
I live in Appleton, which is about 45 minutes from here. Okay. Maybe a little more, but not much.
A good drive.
Yes.
You're planning on maybe getting another engine in this?
No, I'm going to work on it.
Okay.
Probably valve seals, take the heads off.
Okay.
This winter or whenever.
It's not the original engine?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a 312 Y block, and it's got a 400 Cleveland in it right now. So.
Okay. A little upgrade, a little more horsepower.
Yeah, it's just a big old low torque engine. It's not a wheel burner, but.
Just a nice cruising car.
Correct. My wife actually drove it up here because I was pulling the camper. It was like, we have a big camper, and I didn't want her pulling it. So I was probably looking in the rearview mirror more than I was looking forward, worrying about her.
Oh, that's a great drive. She got to drive it.
So she was very excited to drive it that far. So.
Well, the paint on this stands out. That the seats are purple, the dash is purple, the steering wheel.
Yep.
And this was all done when you picked it up.
The 56 was the first year for a lot of safety features with Mercury and Ford, like the dish steering wheel, how it's dished in. 55s and before that was dished out the center, and that was killing people. So that was one of the safety features, to dish them in.
Okay, if they got a head-on collision.
Yeah, with it dished out, the center cap was. That's why it's dished in this way. That was one of the safety features.
So it doesn't poke you in the chest.
Correct. And 56 first year was a padded dash. This dash is supposed to be padded. You know what I mean? It had a black vinyl, like the seats.
Somebody took that off. So
we took it off and painted it. I think it looks a lot better like this.
I like that purple dash.
Yeah.
What other safety features were on here? Or was that it? Just those two?
I forgot what the other safety features were.
Was there any special options on this car?
The Montclair was the top of the line for Mercury. Then there was the Medalist, the Monterey. I think there was a bunch of lower class models.
So this is the top of the line.
Biggest trim package for Mercury of this year.
Came with the radio in there.
Radio does not work. It is original, but it's a lot of money to get that.
It still looks pretty cool with all those buttons in chrome.
Nowadays, you just put the Bluetooth speaker on with the radio and, with your phone, and we got music.
See, there's no door handles, so they shaved the door handles.
Door handles are shaved. There's a remote. Otherwise, the secret is never lock the vent window, because you can always reach in and go in. That's a rule me and my wife have. Never lock the vent window.
I like that side mirror too, way up on the fender. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, originally some were here, closer.
And you actually reach that when you're sitting in the car?
You can. It's hard because it's not a concave one like the newer ones. Okay. And the original ones are big and square, more of a gentleman's looking thing. I put these on, turned them down like that. so it looks cooler. It's a hot rod. It's a 50s hot
Oh,
rod.
and you got one on both sides too.
Correct.
Can you see the other one with the pillar in the way?
You can see it really helps out with me backing out of my garage. You know what I mean? But you can see on the road. You can see cars behind you.
How long have you had this car?
7 or 8 years now.
Okay, that's quite a long time.
Yeah.
You said you had some future plans maybe for this?
Oh, the engine for sure. I gotta get the smoke in the stop.
I think the car looks pretty good, so mostly just the engine work.
Oh yeah, mechanical work. The rear end leaks a little bit too, so I gotta fix that too. Doesn't hurt nothing, just leaves a little dime spot in the garage.
Do you see a lot of these cars at shows?
This model, you do not.
So it's kind of rare when it came out, or there's just not many left?
It's not a rare car, but you don't see a lot of them.
Okay.
There's actually 3 here today, I think. But normally at car shows, you don't see a lot of these. But they're not rare. They're not like super.
Okay. The productions weren't rare, but
You just don't see a lot of them.
not a lot around.
Yeah. Not like the Tri-Five Chevys.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty popular.
Yeah.
And those are worth a lot of money too,
Oh, yeah, of course.
even in bad condition.
Of course. And I put the side pipes on. Actually, they're called lake pipes back in the day. I like the looks of them, and I like how it makes the car look lower. The funny story is I put them on, and they're stainless, and I'm a welder fabricator. So I put them on. My intention was not to hook them up right away, because I didn't have time. So I welded extensions on them that put that behind the frame, so you couldn't see it from the wheel well. Then I took a torch and blued the corners so it looked like they were used. So everybody commented on it, but then I had so many people crawl under the car to see if they were hooked up.
Oh, really? People did that?
People would do that at car shows, so I'm like, the next year I'm like, I got to get it on a lift.
Then they would call you out. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yep, I had to get it on a lift and hook them up, and
Oh, that's pretty fun.
it sounds really good. I did not put in they had a diverter where you could, some were air, some were electric. Can't think of the word right now, to bypass the normal exhaust. I just tied them in direct, and if I want it quiet, I put the caps on the lake pipes,
Okay.
so then it goes out the back.
That works.
But it's not that loud, but it really sounds nice when you're driving
It's
it.
not that loud when you're driving it on the highway?
Not unless you stand on it, then it wraps.
Well, I think they look pretty cool.
Yeah, they look nice. Makes the car look so much lower.
Nice and chrome with that chrome on the door.
Yep.
Yeah, that all ties.
Yeah, it's
looks nice.
all stainless. So.
Well, thank you for your time.
I appreciate it.
Subscribe and share this video. Go ahead, share it. I'll wait. Drive your old car, support your local bands, and watch John Yao Media.